Hey everyone, welcome back to the Grandstand Brief. It's Tom here, and wow, Imola weekend is already throwing curveballs and quiet shocks all over the paddock. We've got sick drivers, sneaky upgrades, and some teams trying really hard not to say "I told you so." Let's get into it. Let's start with Racing Bulls, because they just rolled into Imola with what looks like a small update package. Until you take a closer look. Turns out the team has introduced deceptively large upgrades that don't scream for attention, but absolutely matter. We're talking subtle aero changes, floor tweaks, edge winglets, cooling modifications that might seem minor, but together could shift that RB firmly into the midfield brawl. And honestly, that's classic Racing Bulls energy. Quiet moves, calculated gains. They're not trying to beat Red Bull, they're trying to beat Haas, Alpine, and anyone else sniffing P7. And this weekend might be their shot to make a statement without shouting. Now let's switch gears to a name you'd expect to headline every media day. Charles Leclerc. Unfortunately, Charles is out sick for the Imola GP Media Day, sidelined by what Ferrari's calling a minor illness. Nothing too serious, but still, not ideal for a home race weekend where fan expectations are sky high and the media spotlight is blinding. Look, if there's ever a place where you don't want to miss Thursday appearances, it's Imola in red. But health comes first, and if a little rest today means better focus for quali and the race, I'm all for it. Still, it adds a bit of unease to a Ferrari weekend that already feels like it's teetering between surge and stagnant. And speaking of futures that feel fragile, let's check in on Franco Colapinto. There's a great breakdown today on how Colapinto can cement his place in F1. And it's pretty simple. Consistency and character. Speed? He's got it. But with Alpine in flux and young talent everywhere, Franco needs to prove he's not just quick, he's adaptable. Can he deliver clean sessions, give sharp feedback, and slot seamlessly into the garage vibe? That's what gets you kept around these days. And with his calm, mature media presence and improving pace, he's quietly building a case for a full-time seat in 2025. Now, while we're on the subject of Alpine, yep, it's still messy. Both Matt Oakes and Jack Doohan are out, and former Alpine driver Esteban Ocon said it best. Not really a surprise. That says everything. Alpine's leadership vacuum has been growing for a while, and this latest reshuffle feels like the team quietly cleaning house before things truly unravel mid-season. Ocon's calm but honest response is telling. It's like he's been watching this slow-motion collapse from a distance, just waiting for the dominoes to fall. And now for something I've been waiting to talk about. McLaren's Miami Masterclass. Everyone chalked it up to tire management. And yes, they did manage the rubber beautifully. But the real reason they dominated? They've unlocked balance. Not just balance in the car, but in the setup philosophy. They've hit that rare zone where the car is predictable under pressure. Doesn't matter if it's a sprint or a full GP. When both drivers trust the platform that much, they start doing things the data didn't even predict. That's what happened in Miami. Norris and Piastri weren't just following strategy, they were maximizing it. And now, teams like Red Bull and Ferrari aren't just asking how McLaren beat them. They're asking why they couldn't even respond. All right, let's round this out. We've got Racing Bulls upgrading under the radar, Leclerc recovering quietly, Colapinto building quietly, Alpine unraveling not so quietly, and McLaren loud and proud and maybe leading the most balanced development curve on the grid. That's it for today's Grandstand Brief. What's your take? Can Colapinto become Alpine's next anchor? Will Racing Bulls actually break into consistent points? And does McLaren now have the best driver pairing in F1? Send me your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so we can hang out again tomorrow at the next checkered flag. Catch you then.